Hey, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but it's Black Friday in 2 days, and there's some really sweet camera deals going on. Don't tell anybody. Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Kyle Watts. Today is Wednesday the 25th, which means Black Friday. It's just 2 days away. And lucky for you guys, the deals pretty much have already started. So I went through and I piled a list of 10 different cameras and camera accessories that I think are basically time to purchase, time to pull the trigger on. They have great deals, and I don't know if they're going to get much cheaper anytime soon. So let's just get into it and check them out right now. So first on my list here is the Sony A7III. Everybody knows the A7S III has came out, the A7C has came out, but the A7III, this thing's still just an absolute powerhouse of a camera. It is $300 off right now, and that is an incredible deal. Like $1,700 for a outstanding full-frame Sony camera. I mean, you really can't beat that right now. And I know this is, what is it? I think this is about $300 cheaper right now than even the A7C. So is it time to pull the trigger and buy the A7III? $300 cheaper than normal. It's cheaper than the A7C. Now is the perfect time. If you can get past the fact that it doesn't have a flip out screen, this is a great time to buy this camera. Lots of YouTubers have been using this camera. Lots of filmmakers use this camera. This thing is unbelievable at nighttime. And it is just the camera, I think, to own in 2020, regardless of the A7S III. Now, if you can afford like $3,800, $4,000, then go ahead and buy the A7S III. But if you're not looking at that kind of budget, A7III for $1,700 is an outstanding price. So, second up on my list here is the Canon EOS R. You should know what this camera is by now. Pretty much everyone has used it. This thing is an incredible Canon. It's not quite as good as the low light as the A7S III, but it's just, for a lot of people, there's that Canon look, that Canon colors. If you want them, you kind of need to use a Canon. This one is, other than the R5 and R6, the next best Canon, I believe, in the line. And right now, with the Black Friday sale, you are going to save about $200. Just real quick, too, just to throw this out there, I'm not affiliating with anything with B&H. This is just the sites that I found that have good deals. B&H is actually hosting a ton of Black Friday sales. And the other thing is you can finance them through their programs for like 12-month or 24-month financing, sometimes depending on what the sale is. So B&H is a great place to purchase these things because they have their best deals, and you can finance them. So, but I'm not sponsored by any of these videos, any of these companies. I'm just bringing you guys a list of stuff that I found I think are a great deal. So, but yeah, the Canon EOS R, people like Potato Jet, Canon, Apple, all those guys, they use this camera, and it's been an outstanding camera. And for $1,600, this thing is a full frame camera that is an outstanding purchase. So, $1,600, go check that one out. And if you want to bring it in a little bit cheaper, the Canon EOS R P is $400 off right now. $400. $400. So this camera comes in at $1,000 with the lens, not just the body, but with the 24-105 lens. It's not the greatest lens by any means, but for $1,000 to get this camera just right out of the box, that's a really good deal. And $400 off, I mean, that's, like I said, you're not going to find cheaper prices on that unless they're used and beat up. So the Canon EOS R P has a lot of good features. I don't know if they fixed the 24p in HD or not. You can do 4K and 24 frames per second if you're in, 4K cropped, but I'm not sure if they ever did a firmware update to do HD and other resolutions in 24. I think they're only in 30 and other settings. So if you're needing to film in 24, check the specs, check to see if they have updated that. If that's the case and you don't want to shoot in 30, then maybe this isn't the camera for you. But $1,000 for a kit lens on a EOS R P, great deal. Check that one out. Personally, okay, so I have this camera myself, the Sony ZV1. Right now it is $100 off. Sometimes this camera does go on sale, but right now, great time to buy this thing. In fact, I even have one right here. The Sony ZV1, this thing, you know, for you guys just out and about vlogging around and you don't want to carry big camera setups, this thing's incredible. It does 4K, doesn't overheat, it has plenty of settings. You can do any of the color profiles that half the other Sony cameras have. This has one of the newer autofocus systems from the Sony systems, so it is outstanding for autofocus. It has eye tracking. You can do dog eye tracking or animals. I can't really say better things about this camera. You know, it's not an A7 III or anything to that effect, but when you guys are just out and about and you want a small camera, it has external mics, this is a great camera. And right now it is $100 off, comes in at $700. And honestly, for $700 to have what this camera can do, it's just kind of, to me, a no-brainer to purchase this. If this is the price range and the style point and shoot that you're in the market for, this is what you should get. Don't get the RX100s. They are a little bit overpriced. They're more than this cost, and I honestly don't think they're any much better. I have a RX100 and it overheats in 4K, and you don't have external mics unless you're running the new ones. And if you're running that price tag, you might as well buy any one of the other Sony lines in the A6000 series because they're a better camera and they're cheaper still. So Sony ZV1, if you're in the market for this, go get this one. And right now B&H has, looks like 12-month financing, $700, great price. I'm sure you can find this around on other sites right now. Amazon's probably got some similar deals with a lot of these deals too, so check that out. And this one just caught my eye, you guys. I know it's an older camera, but the Sony A6000 is still an awesome camera. And right now it's $498 with the kit lens. I know this thing isn't as good as the A6400 or the 6300 or 65 or 66, but this camera was a big deal when it came out. And honestly, it's still I still think this camera is great. $500 for this thing, you can't go wrong for that. And it has great autofocus. It's not quite as good as the A6400 because it doesn't have eye tracking, but it's light. It has a kit lens. You can put different lenses on it. If you're looking to get into the world of bodies and lenses, this is a great option for you guys. $500, you get the kit lens, you can start filming right away. Does this one, I don't believe actually, I don't know if the 6000, I don't think it does have an external mic plug-in, but on the top of the hot shoe, you actually can run one of the Sony mics that will connect to the hot shoe through the system, and you can control it that way. So you can get a Sony mic and it'll work with this camera, but $500, that's a great deal to start with this. So I was hoping for Black Friday we would see some deals on the 63 or the 64 or 6500, but there really isn't any Black Friday sales on that. And I think because Sony basically just discontinued this camera, they're no longer going to sell it other than what they have available in the kit lens. I think they're not willing to probably sell their other ones cheap right now. I think they're trying to put the Black Friday on this and kind of get rid of this camera and move on with the 64 and 6500. So great price though, $150 off. Right now, this is kind of the same price you see these things pop up used online for. So it's a great option if you're looking to get into this world. And if you've already been in this right now, and this is one that I'd like to pull the trigger on, is the A6600 is $100 off, $1,300 price tag, body only. I think this is a good camera to get into. I think if you're in the APS-C style camera body, this is the ultimate version of it. It has the best autofocus. It has the biggest battery. It has a flip screen. But more importantly, if you were looking to plug these things into monitors, you will still retain the eye and face tracking with plugged in an external monitor, which a lot of those other cameras do not do. It is, I believe, one of the top Sony cameras out there at the moment. So A6600, $100 off. It's not the biggest sale, but this camera does not go on sale a lot. So $100 off. If you can take advantage of that and you can afford the price tag, get this thing right now. You will not be dissatisfied with an A6600. If you can afford a little bit more money, then you can get yourself into the A7 III. But if you're looking and you need that flip screen, it's the best camera you can get in the APS-C line. So moving on here, GoPro Hero 9, brand new camera, $50 off already. When they put out these new lines, they usually do not put these things on sale. So if you are looking to get the new GoPro Hero 9, which is a pretty awesome camera, front-facing screen, which slow frame rate, so it's a little jittery, but you can at least see what you're doing and frame yourself. And that's really what's important. You should be looking at the lens anyways, not the screen. But it's nice to have a GoPro that you can aim at yourself, and you don't have to like practice ahead of time by setting yourself up in a mirror and whatnot. So GoPro Hero 9 has the best in-body stabilization GoPro's had. I think if you're looking at getting into a GoPro or an action cam, GoPro Hero 9, $400. It's a great price. You can also, compare these with the Insta360s. Right now, they're not having the greatest of Black Friday sales, but I think you can get like $50 off on some of the Insta360s as well, if you're looking to do more of a 360 cam. So, but yeah, GoPro Hero 9 just came out. It's already on sale, so great option. Now getting out of the cameras, if you guys watched my last video, you knew the Zhiyun Weevil S. This site, they are running pretty much $60 off on every one of their gimbals right now. So if you're looking to get the Weevil S, it's $339. The Crane M2 for you RX100 or G7X or Sony ZV1 users. This is an incredible gimbal for you guys. It's tiny. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this thing in person. Crane M2 is the size of like a little base tripod, and it's a gimbal, which is awesome. $189. I don't think you can really get much cheaper for a gimbal for a small camera. I've had some gimbals for smaller cameras before. I had some Fiyu Tech ones, and I was not really a fan of them. They like to tilt all the time, and the Crane M2 is a great little gimbal for those cameras. So $60 off. Actually, I think this one's more than $60. Yeah, it looks like $80 off on this, so take advantage of that, guys. Crane 2S just came out, already $60 off. If you guys are looking for bigger payloads, you're needing some rack focus stuff with manual focus adjust controls. Crane, it's the Crane S2. It's the 4th edition of the Crane gimbal. It is quite a bit lighter this time around. It has some better functions. You can do dual camera setups with this thing because they have off to the side here, you can have like a secondary bracket to put a second camera like this here. It has a lot of sweet functions right on the camera. You can still put the rear handle on it and go in underslung mode. If you're looking for a bigger payload, you need stronger motors than the Weevil S. Crane 2S. I've had the Crane V2 and I love the Cranes. I still actually have my Crane V2. I still use it every now and then when you really, really can't have any jitter whatsoever. It's a bigger gimbal. Yeah. All right, guys, so that's my 10 awesome sales that I think you guys should take advantage of and pull the trigger right now. Do keep your eye on these things through the weekend because I'm sure they'll get maybe even cheaper. Some of them, though, do say when the sales end, so if you're looking to get these things, this is a great time to buy. Black Friday is always the best time every year to buy these things because that's usually when the biggest sales go on them. So, all right, guys, so go hit me up with a comment. Let me know with what other sales you guys have found out there. I'm sure there's plenty of awesome sales, so comment down below. Let me know where you guys found it at. You guys go ahead and read through the comments, see if there's any awesome deals that someone else has shared. While you're down there, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other gear reviews, future tutorials, vlogs, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Later.